G'day viewers, well I scored this amp today. It's a good old Sansui model 4900. I'm just using the mic on there. It's a 1978 vintage, this one. Oops, bit of light on the subject. There's a bit of a clean. I've got really got dust out. I've got to clean the switches, just inspect the inside. It is all original. Got some NCS playing for it. Everything works quite nicely, but the microphone adjustment's a bit noisy and scratchy, so I'm going to fix that. It's only missing the metal cover that goes on the muting switch. It's supposed to be like them ones, but we're missing that one there, so I wonder where I can check the other replacement for that. Just in the cheap JK microphone there. Bit noisy there on the AU setting, but should clean up. The old TO3 transistors, main output transistors. The real Sansui, none of this modern Chinese junk. But I'm going to so it takes 4 speakers, so I could use my leaks and my nationals on this amplifier, and it'll sound amazing. That would go good with my tape decks and my old tuner and the Philips tuner. So this is how you do vintage hi-fi to get it really good. I gotta get this out in the shed and do some contact cleaning, so it all works quite nicely. It was a professional music teacher's amplifier. Came with it originally using a setup where you can record your singing on karaoke for tape. It was actually had a proper music studio use. So the guy, here's the second owner. He lived next door to this original owner. And yeah, I bought it off him. Other than that, it works pretty good. Just a bit of noisy contacts here and there, but I'll give it a bit of a spray with contact cleaner. It's to be expected for something that's vintage. I think all the tweeters work on both those speakers, which is good. They run at 18 watts. This is rated to 36 watts per channel. Don't want to push those too high because they're good speakers. These will handle it because they're 80 watt speakers. So like 2 good tuners, this one. And the other old Philips one I can plug into that. So I've got a good standalone tuner. It would look better with this TX one and this Pioneer deck because it's all got the aluminium fascia going on there. It would look real nice. And I'll even plug these 2 tape decks into it. Get a good hi-fi going. This is how you do a hi-fi system. None of these modern 3-in-1 rubbish, they're just junk. Separate modules and separate units of this vintage is how you do it. This is how you do proper hi-fi. So it's pretty good to even plug it into my PC. It's just got a phone though, specifically for a record player, which is good. Separate ground. Tuner module goes in there. You got your tape, record and playback. Or auxiliary, I might even put a Bluetooth module on that from your phone. So it's pretty much get everything you need. Just turn this off. Let that charge. I'm just going to turn it off. It needs a charge. Haven't used it in a long time. Bit noisy. That's just the tape though. That's alright. That's off. Really lower click on, it's on. Clean, let's just demonstrate. They're nice and clean. Just got them turned flat out for demonstration purposes. There we are, obviously. A bit noisy on the photo. Nothing. Turn that down. Turn the microphone on. As you can see there, I'm going to fix that. Nice and sensitive. Don't turn it too loud. Oops, that works quite well. I'll go talk right into the microphone and it works. As you can see here, it's a bit scratchy on that microphone type. This will make a great karaoke amplifier. muting, reduces its output level by 20 decibels. It has to be lubricated a bit too. That's a little bit hard to turn, so I've got to fix that. Let's do some open this up in the shed and do some general cleaning, just to keep it in good shape. Just a bit of regular maintenance. I'll be the first guy to ever pull this thing apart. So it's got these little terminals on the back. They are, and they good, and they can be a pain in the ass, but just got to be careful because they can bend easily. They already are being bent. So this is just the amp I've been looking for. Been looking for one of these for a while. Beats me modern Amplifiers, which they're good, but they have their limitations. So let's get this thing apart and do some cleaning of those switches and do a good inspection. This has been to the repair shop before. Local electronics repair shop, Ferguson Electronics Modula. They closed down about 10 years ago. Repairs for CTV, VCR, video cameras, audio, microwaves, electronic equipment. Yeah, Ferguson's one of the last major electronics repair shops that closed down in this town. I wonder what they would have worked on in here. There's a preamp transistors. One there for each channel. I don't seem to have done anything in here. The transistors look original. Sand transistors until the NEC's there original, but the other two, yeah, they could have been changed. Maybe they've been changed to sand can. Hard to say, there's no date on them, but those NEC ones are definitely original. They're the old style shape from the 70s. The tops are more domed, but these more modern ones have got a flat top on them. So maybe those transistors have been replaced. But what my concern is to get this sort of lubricated. The switch is clean for good measure. The soldering is all good. These things here can tend to be a bit wobbly. You gotta bend these tabs down because it just wobbles too much. Had too much stress put on them. So bend those tabs and fix that. There's a voltage selector there behind that plate. On the outside's a fuse. I do like the chassis setup, like it's designed to be valve amplifier chassis. It's really good build quality. There's our little switch at the back. This bit in the front here with the little ball bearings in there. It looks a bit dry, that's a bit that needs to be lubricated. Alright. Okay, well I've sprayed all this switch here. That's a bit better now, it feels better. That feels more free to move now. Smoother, a lot smoother too. Yeah, there's ball bearings here, but they're actually rolling around like they should be now. I just sprayed that wafer switch there with the contact cleaner. These pots here aren't really bad, so I didn't need to spray those, they're working pretty good. The microphone they gave it a good spray and a good workaround, basically like that. I shouldn't have any problems now, these switches are all good. The volume control is really good, so that doesn't need to be sprayed. The major problem was just with these switches here, being a bit dicky. It did cut in and out a little bit and crackled a bit, but nothing like stupid to crackle, just like there was a bad connection to an audio cable, sort of that noise you get when you get a bad audio cable sort of noise. So these have been sprayed and played with. Just to give it a bit of a regular maintenance, just to keep it in good spirits. Might even give it a bit of a dust out just to give it some detail. I think, check that relay, that's an 8 power relay there. That looks to be okay. I don't see any arced out contacts in there. They look brand new in there, the contacts. Let's repair these. Those little tabs are a bit bent and loose. They've stressed these things and left them undone all the way and bumped them. That's what causes that. So get those all re-tightened up. And this thing's pretty much good to go. Just give it a good dust out and clean on the outside. Just give you a general quick look under the underside. Okay. Looks pretty original, untouched. I'd say it's had some dry joints touched up or something, because all the main transistors have been resoldered. The soldering looks to be redone. Yeah, the main transistors have been touched. So I'd say they've obviously been taken out and tested, or just had dry joints, which happens. I'd say it's just had dry joints. Now looking at the preamp transistors, I'm looking carefully, and I can't see any tin whiskers on those legs. No, they're probably not old enough. But is that in that era where they were starting to not use as much. That problem wasn't as prevalent as it was in the 60s. But if there is transistor tin whiskers on those legs, what you can do, just clean them off. And a good trick you can do is just spray the circuit board there. Spray it with what's called plastic coat spray. It comes in a can like this. It's like a plastic coating you can spray on circuit boards and you build kits. And that will just be like wood varnish to protect the tin whiskers from occurring again. But it's good to give it a good inspection.